What's up, everybody? Noah Kisser back here for my review of the brand new Hallmark movies and GAC family movies, now Great American Family movies, Game Set Love, Unthinkably Good Things, as well as Love in Bloom, which I just finished. So, Game Set Love is up first. Former tennis pro, uh, let's try it one more time. Former tennis pro Taylor reluctantly agrees to coach her friend and bad boy Will for a mixed doubles tournament, only to find there's a lot more to him than she thought. This stars Davida Williams and Richard Harmon. This is also executive produced by, I think, the Williams sisters. So, and also this is directed by the sister, I think, the sister of Richard Harmon, Jessica Harmon. This is a movie I had very high hopes for, because when Hallmark usually does football or a sport film, this is something that they do. They now have done a tennis film. We just got a tennis-esque romance movie with the Up TV premiere movie earlier, which came out last year, but it just premiered on Up TV this year, called Love Game Match. Love Game Match, something like that, I think. This one was a bit disappointing because I had higher expectations for it, and I think I went in there with too high of expectations. One thing I was a bit concerned about is that the actor's acting was going to be a little bit lukewarm and subpar at some points from Richard Harmon. And I think that's supposed to be the case here, because he's not very likable in the beginning of this film. Actually, he's not very likable for the majority of this film. But you do love Davida Williams. You love her. She's beautiful. She's charismatic. She gives everything to this performance. And I think that Game Set Love is a fine little Hallmark film, but nothing I'm ever going to watch again. This is a movie that is on Dara's Best of the Year list. A very surprising film for her, and I'm glad a lot of people are loving this film, and I'm glad they do. I just thought that the chemistry was lacking really throughout the entire film between Davida Williams and Richard Harmon. The chemistry wasn't there. I didn't think the script was very well written. There was a direction choice here and there that really made me like this film a bit more. I do love Davida Williams' character here as Taylor, but Will is just this self-absorbed, egotistical character. And yes, that's the point, but I didn't like that. I did not like that character all that much. So if you don't like the character, you're not going to really be wanting them together. You're not cheering for them to get together. There's a nice little moment here and there in the script and on screen where there's a bit of chemistry. That's why I said for most of the film, there's just a bit of on-screen chemistry here and there. I thought the kiss was a nice little kiss here and there, but nothing I'm ever going to watch again. Game Set Love is one of the weakest Hallmark films of the entire year that I'm giving 2.5 stars, and I think that's being very generous. I was going to bump it down. I was going to bump it down to 2 stars, but I did like the scene where they added a bit of comedy in there, involving cones. You've seen that preview. I like that one. I like that scene a lot, actually. I think this could have been a very charming little film, and I'm sure it's charming for other people, but for me, I just didn't care for it. What did I think of Unthinkably Good Things? Well, we'll get to that in just a minute, but what I do want to talk about first is we got the lowest rated Hallmark film in 6 years. And this is the lowest rated Hallmark Channel film in 6 years. This movie, Game Set Love, got a 1.22. 1.22. That is the lowest rated Hallmark Channel premiere that has been recorded since, well, granted, they don't have anything for Valentine's again here for the ratings, but you have to go all the way back to 2016 with a film that very little people watched. Let's go up here. I don't want to get the numbers wrong. Okay, you have to go all the way back to June 3rd, 2016 with the film directed by Gary Yates, a staple for Hallmark Channel, as well as two big stars in Danica McKellar and Kevin Smith. Wedding Bells. That film got a 1.10. 1.10. That is straight up awful. And that is as far back as it goes for the ratings. Until you have to go back and look for them. This film here should have done a lot more business. It should have done a lot more business. I think, and I am just going by something here, okay? And this film was not well marketed. People had very little interest in this film. Just like the next film. And I'm going to get into that in just the next video. But this film was not marketed well. The trailers didn't look very good. You had two actors that didn't have big names. And when we watch a film for Hallmark Channel, we want to sit there and we want to watch something magnificent. Very, very charming. A lot of fun. I had very little interest in Hidden Gems. And I loved Hidden Gems. I had very, very little interest in Just One Kiss until I saw the trailer. And I had very high expectations, and I went in, and they were met. This film, I had high expectations because I was thinking, well, hey, there's nothing that's going to be overly bad about this film. The chemistry wasn't there. That was the main issue. The guy was unlikable. There was your problem. One of the weaker Hallmark films of the entire year. What did I think of Unthinkably Good Things? Well, we'll get into that up next. And then in the GAC family premiere movie, Love in Bloom.